Well, greetings, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My guess is that as the days get warmer, this time of the day would probably be nice to be outside, but wherever you are, I hope that you're able to enjoy the meditation today that I'll be guiding you in. Each of these meditations has a theme, and the theme for today's meditation is truth. And truth is a wonderful theme because it's all about coming home to ourselves and our truth. Each and every one of us is a unique manifestation of creation. No two of us are alike. And each one of us has a very different experience of life and of ourselves, very unique. And so one of the wonderful things is to get comfortable in our own skin, so to speak, and to be comfortable with who we are in our truth, in the truth of who we are. And oftentimes things get in the way of that. The most important and significant thing that gets in the way is a lot of our stories about ourselves or conversations about ourselves that we borrow from years before or wherever. And they get lodged in our memory and they start to reappear and they start to shape our understanding of ourselves in a fairly major way. So one of the things that meditation does, amongst other things, is help us to, first of all, recognize when that's happening, but also to drop into this deeper layer of beingness, deeper layer of consciousness, where we can be more in touch with the reality of the moment and the experience of ourselves in the moment, which really is the truth. What's happening now is about the only thing that's happening, because what happened in the past is long gone, and what will happen in the future hasn't happened yet. So the experience of the moment is really much more aligned with truth. So part of our purpose is to tap into that and to just be in it and see what's there. So I'll be guiding you in that kind of an experience today. So find a comfortable position. And as we've said before, you can be seated. If you prefer to lie down, that's acceptable too, or you can stand up if that works better. But generally seated is the most common meditation position. So if you can find that seated position and just allow your spine to be long, shoulders relaxed, find a comfortable place for your hands in your lap. And first of all, just become aware of your seat. And if you want to lightly close your eyes, you can do that. Or if you prefer not to close your eyes, you can just gaze downwards a few feet in front of you and have a soft gaze at the floor or whatever's below you. But if closing your eyes is okay, you can just do that and begin to feel your body. Mindfulness of our body to begin with. Just this body here now, in this moment. Feeling your seat, where your body is being supported by the seat, the buttocks, any other part of your body that might be keeping you seated. Just notice that connection and feel the support that's given to you from this seat. Let it be a gentle uplifting so that your spine is gently lengthened but not strained, and your head's just floating up there above your neck and shoulders. And your whole body is here. However it's here. However you're experiencing your body right now, just let that be how it is. Notice how much of that is just your experience of your body. Notice if any of that is being constructed in any way from thinking or thoughts or previous experiences or stories about your body. And if you notice those, that's okay. They will appear from time to time. But just discern. Notice that they're there, but there's also this experience of your body right now. Just right here, right now, without the stories, without the past, without the future. just this moment now. So for the next few breaths, 3 or 4 breaths, I invite you to focus on just your body experience now. The truth of your moment to moment experience without any filters. But if the filters come, just notice them, come back with the next breath to now, this body here now. And as you focus on your body now, there may be certain parts of it that your attention is drawn towards. And if that's the case, just let the attention go there. But again, without the story, without the need to explain anything, justify anything, or fix anything. Just tuning in to the pure sensations that are there right now in your body and allowing your attention to go towards any that seem to be calling you. Maybe pleasant or unpleasant, doesn't matter. It's just where your attention might be drawn. And then not to need to do anything with that, just simply to be with that sensation. Hold the focus there for a few breaths. Then shift the focus to the breath. Feeling the breath in, feeling the breath out. And for the next few moments, just the breath. And again, if the mind goes elsewhere, just gently bring it back to the next breath. So your experience of yourself right now is simply body breathing. Just the way it is. Nothing to fix, nothing to change. Just simply being present to body breathing right now. And as you breathe out, at the end of the out breath, noticing the body as well as the breath, Notice the whole being at the end of the out-breath. Noticing the experience in the moment, right at the end of that out-breath, just in that moment, here. And as you practice this for the next several breaths, at the end of each out-breath, just coming a little more here. Tapping in perhaps to the purity of the truth in that profound self-presence here. When I'm only here, everything is true. Here, it's all here. Only here. Simply here. At the end of the out-breath, here. And whatever your experience is in that moment is the only experience. Whatever's there at the end of that out-breath is all that's there. Whatever's there at the end of that out-breath is true. Take the next 3 or 4 breaths to just feel, experience, and be with that moment of truth at the end of each breath. And on the full cycle of the breath, just noticing anything that's hanging on, anything that's holding me back from just dropping into that truth, that deeper layer of truth. Feeling if there's any holding on and just acknowledging it, letting it be there, not wrong. It's just there. And then with the out breath, just inviting it to loosen its grip a little. It can be there, but it doesn't need to hold. It can just let go a little, loosen a little. Just to let you drop in a little deeper at the end of that breath. Letting go. Letting go in to the moment. Into that place of truth. Here. And if anything takes you away from that, just notice it. Then come back with the next breath to be here again. Coming back home on the next breath. Noticing what is here. Take a moment to fully experience here. The feel of it. Maybe there's even a color of it, taste of it, texture of it. What's here? Just be with it fully here. And you can bring one or both hands up to the center of your chest. Find a soft spot there to connect. As your hand connects with your body, let the hand just for a moment validate this awesome human being that dwells in this body. Miracle of creation, one of a kind. Perfect in its uniqueness, perfect in its imperfection. And sitting here now, a little closer to truth. What is true here right now? In this moment, right now. in this body right now. And maybe even ask this being, this body, what helps? What helps me to drop in to this place of knowing, this place of truth? What needs to let go to let me dwell here? And just notice that. No need to do anything with it, just notice. And finally, just ask, how can I take this truth with me into my life? How can I show up from this place? And just breathe into that, whatever comes to you. No big tasks, just a way of being present to each moment. And finally, acknowledging yourself for being here, engaging this practice today. May I find peace. May I be free of suffering. May I take care of myself happily. And offering that same thing to all beings. May all beings find peace. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings take care of themselves happily. And I thank you for allowing me to share this practice with you today. Thank you. And I will be here for 5 minutes or so, a little longer if need be, to answer any questions, to listen to anything you'd like to share. If you'd like to use the chat, you can type questions in there. You could also type in what you received today. It might be helpful for others to know what you received. Maybe you have an answer to the question, what gets in the way of me dropping into my truth? What helped me get in touch with my truth? And what is true? Difficult to stay awake. You will fall asleep in meditation if your body is tired. Your body knows what it wants. So going to sleep is not a problem. Just simply notice it. If you can come back to the next breath, fine. If you just need to doze off, that's fine too, because you can always meditate again later on. Someone said a safe feeling, a beautiful, safe practice, stillness helped me get there. Yeah. And you can create that for yourself. Yeah. The breath is a wonderful, safe vehicle. Just focus on the breath, focus on your body. And the other thing that makes safety happen is to be here now, because nothing bad is happening right now. Right? The stuff that disturbs us is often memories of the past. And so if we can come to present-centered awareness, we're safe. It's very safe. Helps to have guidance. Yes, it does. And all of these recordings are available on the TRF platform. So you can go back and use any one of them whenever you like. In fact, my invitation to you would be to practice daily. If you could practice one of these meditations each day for a week, I think you'd notice a huge difference. Thanks for sharing that, Laura. I'm getting better at this. That's great to hear. I went deeper this time. I sensed my fear and anxiety, which drives some of my behavior, how I'm trying to fix things and anticipate what people are going to do. I miss a lot of moments that way. Yeah, and isn't it wonderful that now you're noticing that. This is really, really worth celebrating. The fact that you're noticing that, you can change it, right? If you couldn't notice it, you couldn't change it. But now you can lean into that. But you don't have to you don't have to punish yourself. So yeah, here comes a little anxiety. Hello, anxiety. You can be here too. Breathe. Here now. I'm just being here now. You can be here with me. You can join me if you like, but I'm here, right? I'm not off there chasing whatever you're worried about. I'm just being here. I can stay in that place of truth, but only for a moment. That's all it takes. A moment there is transformational. You've got it. You experienced a little disconnection and dissociation for time. Yes, fine. So you notice that. And there it is. Okay, say hello to it. And then again, if you can, come back. But you said only for a short while. That's great. Yeah, that will come and go. It's not a smooth sailing path here. There will be moments where all the fears will give you a chance to have another look at them, right? And you just have to say hello. Yeah, okay. Here's the fear. Here's the anxiety. Here's whatever. Hello. And now I'm here. You can join me if you like, but I'm here. Yeah. Surrounded by birds, home in the woods. Beautiful. Gentle. Half pleasantly meditating and half still in your trauma. Yeah, okay, that's wonderful. You're halfway there. That's the glass is half full. Beautiful. Just keep being with that glass half full. I feel open to receiving more, whatever more is. I love that. The fact that you're open to receiving more and don't know what it is even better. You're in for a surprise, right? That's great. That's open to receptivity. Beautiful. Thanks for a reminder to honor one's positive attitudes. Yes, self-compassion, so important. Feel wonderful after this, much more cleansed and yet alert. Feeling it a bit anxious before the session, and then you calm down. That's great. Yeah, thank you. This was great. What gets in the way is the idea that I can't control things. Well, the truth is you can't control things. So it might be a good idea. Make friends with the idea that that's okay. Yeah, that it's okay that I can't. Yeah, and just be here. Christina, namaste to you also. In the process of extricating myself from 14-year abusive relationship, triggered at the moment and unable to focus enough, any assistance would be truly appreciated. Well, honestly, have compassion for yourself. You've taken a leap. You've made a move in the direction that is in the direction of your well-being and your health. So honor yourself for that. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for that person who has suffered, and hold that person gently now. And one of the ways you can do that is to be present with that person as you sit in meditation. Tears of joy. Thank you again. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you, Carrie. You too. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Those of you still here, have a wonderful week. And I look forward to seeing you next week for another meditation. Next week is Truth in Action. We don't get too active in meditation, but one of the things we'll talk about, instead of talking at the beginning a little, I'll talk a little more at the end about how we put some of these things that we get from our inner wisdom into our life. A little bit about that and how we can use meditation as a way from going from cushion to life. So see you next week.